Is it an electric one? Does it help you up and down?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
It's very comfortable. I had to sleep in it yesterday.
Most important.
Everyone needs a napping chair.
I don't know whether I can get it in the thing. Wait till I see if I can.
Oh, great. Yes, let's have a look. This is show and tell, Ro. We can see it's red. Whoa.
Oh, yes, it's lovely. You wouldn't lose it.
No. Fantastic. Oh, lovely leather.
I have to go around this side so you can see it.
Okay. Oh.
Wonderful. Oh, yes.
Oh,
that's better.
Looks like the
I
Queen
like the colour.
chair.
I do too, yes. Love the colour.
Yes, well, the colour's fantastic. We're very pleased with it. Fiona and I went and chose it.
Oh, good. It really brightens your room too, doesn't it? It looks
yes, no, it's terrific and it's so comfortable.
Ah. And what does Robert think?
He'd like to try it out, but he's been told he can't. So he's got a nice bed over there.
Ro, has he recovered from his trauma?
Yes, I think so. I don't. My granddaughter's been taking him for a walk since my knees were playing up.
Oh, that's
good too.
He walks him about twice the speed and distance that I do, and he seems to be managing.
Wonderful. So, Ro, what sort of gestures will we do for you for your royal red queen? So, you know.
Well, I could do a Peter type gesture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great. We could do that to one to each side. Yeah. I think we need to have something that looks royal, you know, because you're in your royal red chair for a queen. So something royal. I don't know, what could that be? The royal wave? Or like, yeah, so royal red chair.
I could have a royal handshake.
Oh, yes.
Royal handshake, yeah. Yeah, great.
I saw her last
night. Or something.
The wave, isn't it? Just
yeah, she waves like this.
Royal wave.
Yeah. So we could do something like royal red chair, going into a lovely queen hand gesture, and then going into the comfort of your chair. What's that looking like, Ro?
May I interrupt?
Yes.
You said queen. Now, some of us are a different gender here.
That's true, but it's Rosemary's Dance.
You'll have to include king in there.
Well, okay, if you wanted to add in king, you could do it. But remember, it's Rosemary's red chair fit for a queen. So you have to
but it's royal, Peter. If we say it's royal, then that includes you.
Beautiful. Okay, great. So we'll still do royal and we'll still do chair. And then how can that turn into a gesture? So, Ro, you work out your gesture for queen or for waving. And what would you do, Pete?
Well, I'm going to sit in the chair and rest.
Great. And then sit in the chair and rest.
And then we were going to shake hands.
Shake hands. Great. Okay. Well, we've got a few gestures now, haven't we?
And goodbye.
Chair, waving, and then resting, and then shaking hands. Oh, yeah. See, Rosemary always comes up with lots of gestures.
She does. Very good.
A good little narrative flowing there. Let's practice that again. So arms above the head, and of course, drop your shoulders as you put your hands above the head. And maybe look side on a little bit here. So this sort of profile, lovely. And then into the chair frame, lovely. And then it goes into the waving with the hand, and then the rest You might have it once on each side. And then you do the royal handshake with people. Lovely. Fantastic, Ro.
It's good.
Yeah. So, Pete, what would you like to show and tell? Your morning tea or?
Now, our apple trees are in full bloom, so I thought I'd talk
Wow.
about the circle of life, the annual circle of life of the apple trees. So,
Beautiful.
so we're starting off with the trunk in wintertime, and then mid spring, the little buds start to appear, and then the flowers come out, and this lovely shades of white and peach and pink and cream, and every apple's got slightly different coloured blossom. So, and then the bees come, we hope, and the apples form and grow, and then we have the harvest of picking them.
Reaching to pick.
And reaching to pick. And then we have late autumn coming on, and the trees draw all their nutrients from the leaves back into the trunk, and then they fall off. And that's the circle.
Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. I love it. You've got the
You remember all that?
epic journey. That's great. Okay, we have to remember that. So help me through this, Peter, for memory. So we start off with the trunk of the tree, and it starts to, you know, grow up. And then from there, it starts to form its little apples on different branches, and that goes into blossom, doesn't it? And you said that every apple has a different shape, and then the bees come. So more vibratory. Lovely. And then you said something about apples forming on each branch.
Yes.
And then you get the apple growing.
Growing.
Then the picking.
And the picking, that was it, the picking.
And the consuming or eating.
Consuming, we'll add that in.
And then late autumn's coming, and the leaves start to turn colour and fall off.
Fall off. Wow. An epic journey again, just like Ro. See
There's
how
one more you could add to that.
Oh yes, Rosalie, go on.
One more to add is birds.
Oh, birds.
Birds.
Oh.
I love them too.
Birds, yes. You have to make a deal with the birds, don't you?
Grow plenty.
Called netting.
Yeah, well, I used to have an
covered in
apple
nets at
tree
the
too,
moment.
Peter.
Yeah. Oh, but the nets. The nets.
Yeah, nets. You could put
The nets down over them to keep the birds off.
So
Oh, yeah, that's a good way.
I've been doing that the last couple of weeks, just putting the nets down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could put
You're
nets over
early.
the top. So putting nets over the top. Did you want to do that, Peter, or is it getting...
yeah, I'm so slow at doing things, Rosalie, that if I don't start now, it's mostly I've got to start off. The berries will be starting to ripen just before Christmas, and you know, once the birds just start on the berries, I have trouble keeping them off anything. So I've got to get the nets ready. But as I said, it just takes. I'm not as speedy as I once was.
No, I don't think I am either.
So yeah. So to answer your question, it is very early. But I've also got two varieties: an apricot and a peach that ripen in mid-December.
Beautiful.
So that's not far away. So,
No.
Oh, how wonderful. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? Fantastic, Peter. Yep, you always come up with a great narrative. I love the circle of life that you've just spoken about. Yeah, with the apple and the bees and what to do with the birds and the nets. Good. So you'll have to help us remember your movement phrase that you did then. What about Helen? What have you got?
Well, this is a little bit to do with the apple trees. This is something I gave to Pete.
Wow.
It's rechargeable secateurs.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, they're brilliant.
wow. Hold them up. Where are they?
You just have to use normal hand strength, and they cut through really big branches.
Wow.
Because they don't, you don't have, what's the word? It's,
they're electronic.
They're sort of power assisted or something.
They're power assisted, yes.
Yes, and you just recharge them, plug them in.
Little battery in there, and you just have to squeeze them, and they cut it off themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean,
just a
Where
gentle
did you-
squeeze,
where
yeah,
did-
and they cut themselves.
now I could
Yeah.
take a finger off. Would you like me to show you?
Oh, no, thank you. I was just gonna
Where
say,
do you,
looks like
where do you get them, Helen?
I got these online. They're Bosch, so they're a good brand.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and Pete loves them. They're just where's the duty to charge?
I can imagine Pete snipping away on those.
Oh, he's having a ball. That was his birthday. I don't know that with a
Would
charge.
they be good for you, Rosalie?
I don't know. I like to be in control when I'm out
you
cutting
can.
things,
They don't.
and I might get out of control.
You have to start to squeeze before they do anything, but they're just yeah, they're brilliant.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Surprising what's out there when you have a look around. Yeah, it really is. And they've got there's a thing there for strength for different size branches.
Oh, yeah.
Little tool to if you've got a really big branch or just a little one. I can't remember how I plugged it in now.
Good. So I'm just looking at gestures you're using. Is this one okay?
Yes, that's a good one.
Opening,
Yes.
closing. And
Just
you had,
snipping
you had,
and pulling down a branch to snip.
okay, so pulling down a branch to snip. So those
How it
actions
works.
with the
It's,
hand. And then maybe put the hands together and snip. Yeah, I like that.
yes, that's a good one.
Pull the
Because
branch.
I've got an arthritic hand and I find them really great. Yeah, they work really well.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Just plug them into the. They weren't that expensive, I don't think. Because I got them. Where does it plug in, Pete?
Now, this is a limb
Oh, here we go.
with my weak hands that I couldn't cut with conventional secateurs. So would you hold that down?
Okay. Careful.
Wow.
Wow.
It's brilliant.
Don't get too close. Wow.
It's getting a bit close to my fingers.
I turn it around and a little light comes on when it's
Oh, wait, I think-
using the power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So that just Pete's just using a minimal strength,
Oh, hardly any.
hardly any strength at all.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it looks
Very
like a
good.
weapon.
But you don't leave it around for the young grandkids because it could do serious damage.
Oh my word.
Yes, we hide it. We will hide them. They were Pete's Father's Day present from me.
So it was,
Birthday present, I meant. Yeah, that's last 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Peter, we created some gestures from Helen's exhibit there. And it was all about looking at the secateurs and how they're opening and closing.
I suppose we could go this way too, I suppose.
Yeah, it could go that way too. And I liked how you said pull the branch down and you have to use the hands to actually do the snip.
Yes, because with all our apple trees, there's such a lot of pruning. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe we could put some repetition in there as well. That's nice. Yeah, so we did opening and closing. So this is tricky because you have to get your fingertips together and then push your elbows together.
That's a good one. Yes.
And then I like how you had the heel of your hands together and then opening and closing the fingertips. Fantastic. And then pulling the branch down and snip. Pull the branch down and snip. Great. Fantastic. So see if you can help us remember that too, Helen. Wonderful. I like that narrative. And so Rosalie, would you like to show and tell something or?
I haven't had a lot of time to think about it. I spend a lot of my time outside, and a lot of that is pruning. And I have all sorts of pruners, big ones, left over from the garden days, you know, and I don't do as much now. But I still love it. I still look at books and learn more, try and keep up with it.
Yeah, well,
I like how you're using this gesture. Is that representing looking at the book?
No, it's not, but it could be because this is more looking at the machine, the thing I use.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the big loppers.
Loppers.
Big loppers, yeah, and they're heavy and they're a bit hard to lift.
Yeah.
That's what we propose.
We could go from down low to up high and then opening. Is that what you do with these cloppers?
Yeah, they're just a parrot beak.
Oh, okay, like that.
Pruner, and you just let open it and shut it virtually.
Okay, so we could do this. We could do this.
Yes.
We could open and shut. Open and shut.
Yeah, that's good.
Would that work?
Yes.
Yep.
That's quite intricate, isn't it? You have to be quite dexterous with your index finger and thumb. Open and close. Open and close. Yeah, fantastic. All right, well, then there's mine. And I've got this little cutie. Do you know what it is, Peter?
What is it?
A seagull?
No.
It's a wader of some sort. Is it a sandpiper?
Nearly.
Hoodies.
A dotterel?
No, not quite.
A plover?
Yes, it's a
Plover.
plover. So it's a hooded plover. That's the baby chick from.
Oh, it's a hooded. Yeah, it's a hoodie.
Oh, it's a baby. That's why I didn't.
That's why it hasn't got its black cap.
No, that's it with its black cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Did you take that?
No, a friend of mine did, because I'm one of the wardens on the beaches here for the hooded plovers. Particularly down at White's Beach and Point Impossible. So this is our little chick ND, and he was born last summer when we didn't have a summer, when we had all the bushfire and the smoke and the haze, and so I would check on him every day. So yeah, lovely. Jan gave me a little photograph of him, but he's 1 year old now and flying all around from Phillip Island to Point Road Night down to Apollo Bay. But now he's back again at White Beach with his parents.
So he got as far west as Portland.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Amazing, yeah.
But he's back.
But he's back. So we don't know, what actually happened when he was there, only that he was monitored and seen. Yeah, so hoodies are nesting all up and down the surf coast now. And we're hoping we'll get some eggs at White's Beach or Point Impossible, but there's a lot of surfers and dogs there now. And,
but
tricky.
We find at Point Impossible, where they've nested the last couple of years, because it's a bathing suit optional beach, a lot of people don't walk with their dogs. They're too embarrassed to walk amongst the nudists, and that's why they're successful there.
That's handy.
Well, it's interesting too, because the nudist beach, hoodies tend to nest just before the nudist beach.
Yes.
Often the nudists will actually sunbake where the hoodies are. And that's my job. I have to ask them to move, particularly when the hoodies are actually there on the nest, because they won't go to their nest. And then there's the walkers that walk up to the nudist beach, but they don't go there. So the walkers go there with their dogs, because once you go into that area, you can't have your dogs on a lead. So
but they break the law, don't they? Because I know that there's a group of nudists that actually get there and tell the people to put their dogs on the leash.
Yes, that's right. But I do find over the years, walkers have become better, and more informed, and wanting to make sure that they're also looking after the hooded plovers. So putting your dog on a lead. And actually, I will stand there in my uniform with my dog on a lead. So, so before they go into that area, they can see that I'm there and my dog's on a lead. And people get a bit grumpy, but they get it. They understand it. And they do like the fact that, look at those little eggs there down here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, they're so camouflaged. So what I did over the course of the last year, I created the Hoodie Boogie, which is a dance about hooded plovers, and particularly from the perspective of the juvenile or the chick, who's trying to get to a fledging. So once you get to 35 days, it becomes a fledging and it can fly away from danger. So I thought I might show you some of the gestures of the hooded plover. And I actually submitted it as part of Humans in Geelong for their online expo. So I've got Wild Moves dancing the hoodie boogie down at Bird Rock.
Right.
Yeah. So I might actually email you the YouTube clip. It's quite funny. So I created the dance and the rhythms. They're all on African drums, and we've got some of the other dancers singing as well. So yeah. So I think the hooded plover, it has this cryptic behaviour. You know, it pretends it's got a broken wing if you come too close. So I thought I might have this little gesture where you have to roll your shoulder in and put your wing out, pretending it's broken. So however you want to show a broken wing. Yeah. So I'm having mine up here, but Ro, that might hurt your shoulder a bit. So you can still do it down here. We just can't see it on the camera. That's fine. Yeah. So it's cryptic behaviour. And then I have all these other gestures like dogs on leads. So your arms turn into a dog lead. Yeah. So dogs on leads. And what else do I do? You got to love the plough. Keep him in the hood. So this is
the alliteration. It's good.
Love the plough. You got to keep him in the hood. Love the plough. I'm feeling good. Hoodie boogie. Yeah. So I think that's probably enough gestures. So broken arm, and we have to put the dogs on the lead. Yeah, because the hooded plovers are in the hood. And hoodie boogie. Yeah. So this is its cryptic behaviour, because they really do look like they're dancing when they're doing their cryptic behaviour, trying to get your attention. Oh, look, there they are.
That's Mum and Dad last year.
Oh, and that's somebody's painted that.
Sorry?
Has somebody painted that?
No, it's just a
photograph.
A photo.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful. The use of shadow and everything. Yes.
Oh, that's just. I'm not a photographer. That one as well. Thank you.
That's gorgeous.
And
you can see how they've got this cryptic behaviour, you know, and also their colours just merge into the environment, don't they?
Rosalie, they're banded with very light, different coloured bands, and that's how we can tell which ones are which. And you can see there on the chick, the ankle bands or.
Fiona, where they've built their house as a child's playground opposite, and they were able to go and sit on the seat and watch the plover come to her nest, because she had the nest in the playground, and which was amazing, you know, but of course they'd had everything to themselves until this year. Now they've got to share it with humans.
Which playground? Where's that?
Oh, it's down Sovereign Drive in Armstrong Creek.
Oh, okay. So are they must be not hooded plovers. I think they're
no, they're not hooded ones, they're just plain ones.
They're the masked wing.
I'm going to be a bit pedantic.
Plover.
Worldwide, they've changed. Plovers became lapwings and dotterels became plovers. That was to get them the common name in line with North America and Europe.
Okay.
So what Rosemary's talking about used to be a spur-wing plover.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
It's a spur-wing lapwing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yes, that's true. That's why we just call these ones hoodies, and then that's easy. This is Mark Trinham. He did this little drawing or painting of them. Look out for hooded plover.
Hooded.
Yeah. And it's really good information on the back.
You can really see the hood, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. Oh, gosh, we have to remember all our movement. Yeah. So let's
got to engage the brain, have we?
Yes, we do. We do. We have been engaging the brain all this time. However, now we have to switch on our memory, including myself. So let's go with the order that we started in, which was Ro, and then we went to Peter, and then to Helen, and then to Rosalie and myself. Mm-hmm. Just as well, there's 5 people. Imagine if we had 10 people, we'd have a different method, I'm sure. Okay, so whoever made up that whoever's leading their movement, we're going to follow you, okay? And I've
forgotten that.
But I'll help, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so let's begin with Ro. We had this beautiful royal red chair, you know, and feelings of being a king or a queen, and the shape of the chair and the beautiful hand wave. And then, you know, like the nodding off to sleep, which was so enjoyable. And the shaking of hands, the royal handshake. Great. And then we had Peter, beautiful, tall trunk, strong trunk of the apple tree growing, and it would grow into these apples on different branches that went into blossom.
Yes.
And then the blossom would attract the bees going from branch to branch. And then what happened after the blossom is that when it goes into apples, grows into apples, doesn't it? That's right, this gesture. And the apples went on every branch, and then the birds came out. We had to put a net over it. Yes. And then autumn came along, the apples fell, and the cycle of life begins again. Is that okay, Pete?
Good.
Excellent. Good. All right. So then we have Helen. Oh, my God, that monstrous. I don't know whether, I'm not sure whether I'd buy that. But anyway, great gestures. So opening and closing. Yeah, the secateurs. And then also a smaller version of it. And then we liked how Helen would pull the branch, then use her other hand to snip. So we grab the branch, snip. So I might grab up high and snip. We might grab across the body and snip. We might change hands and snip. Look in a different direction, snip. You know, this is the great thing about dance, is that we use the use of repetition, which is lovely. That's what turns it into the dance. Fantastic. Then we went to Rosalie, and she had these big, you called them cloppers, I think.
Loppers.
And L.
Oh, loppers.
Loppers.
Oh, cloppers. Touching me. And then we opened it up. Great. Opening and closing them. So it's a different type of grip. And then we also had this opening and closing with the pincers or the blades. Yeah, fantastic. And then that, is that all okay with you, Rosalie?
Yes, that's okay. That's good.
And then we went into the hooded plover with the broken wing behaviour. That's it. And it does this funny cryptic behaviour because you have to put your dog on a lead, because they're having their little nests everywhere on the beaches. And that is because we've got to put the dog on the lead if we want to keep our hooded plovers in the hood or the neighbourhood. That's it. Love the plove, keep him in the hood. Hoodie boogie. Woo! All right, it's time to dance with some music, huh? So I'm just going to exit my full screen, go to my cumbia music. So let's have a little shakeout to begin with. Here we go. Let's shake out the hands. Good, 2 hands.
Hoy te he visto con tus libros caminando y tu carita de de mi amor. Baila con la típica.
Everywhere. Lovely. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Up, down. Good. And roll the shoulders forward. Good. Let's put our hands together like we're opening and closing. Good. And now, elbows. Good. Let's try it again. Opening and closing.
Baila la cumbia.
See if we can speed it up.
6 de la mañana.
Great. Now let's elbows forward. Let's go to long arms.
Hoy te he visto con tu
Reaching
libro
up out of your waist.
y tu carita de coqueta, colegiala de mi amor.
Good.
Tú sonríes sin pensar que al mirarte solo
Keep the
porque
arms wide.
estoy sufriendo, colegiala de mi amor.
See if we can go to the side. Hand on your knee. Arms up. To the other side. Your hand on your knee. Picking apples.
¡Uepa, hey!
Bees. Good. All right, here we go. Rose chair. Into our chair. And our handshake. Good. So doing a little handshake here. And relaxing into the chair. Lovely. Handshake.
Bajo la lluvia inclemente de una noche sin lucero, a un pescador que no siente porque es más grande su anhelo. Amanecer con pescado
Practice our rhythm.
para vender en el mercado. Amanecer con pescado para vender en el mercado. Mañana es la Candelaria, mañana es 2 de febrero. La Virgen manda en el cielo y en el río el venidero. Llegó el maná ribereño, el que consuma mi sueño. Llegó el maná ribereño, el que consuma mi sueño.
Good. Okay, let's go to Peter.
Un abrazo para el viejo Eddie. No le temo a noche oscura, que llueva un relampagueo. Mi lucero son los peces que mi redes patalean. Cuando pase la subienda, te queda plata batienda con el pescado que El Boca Chico es astuto, como que sabe escribir. Él sabe el día que llega y cuando debe partir. Me pone alegre en enero, me deja triste en abril. Cuando pase la subienda, me queda plata para tienda. Amanece con pescado para vender en el mercado. Con él se acaba la empresa, con él se acaba el patrón. Yo mando con mi atarraya, yo mando con mi copón. Yo mando con mi atarraya, yo mando con mi copón. Llevo el maná ribereño, el que consuma mi sueño. Cuando pase la subienda, me queda plata pa' tienda. Mira qué ay, qué rico.
Loosening up the hip here, bouncing off the toe ball heel, and slide. Hang on to the chair if you want.
De mañanita la Zenaida sale temprano del tugurio. De mañanita la Zenaida sale temprano del tugurio. Arremolina su tabaco y se va a vender fruto maduro. Arremolina su tabaco y se va a vender fruto maduro. Camina duro, la chanquetera, fruto maduro, la callejera. Negrita del manglar, hormiga de ciudad, tu fruta me sabe a cumbia, cumbia, cumbia de mi playa. Tu fruta me sabe a cumbia, cumbia, cumbia de mi playa. Y Zenaida, baila mi cumbia, Zenaida, baila mi cumbia, baila mi cumbia, Zenaida, baila mi cumbia. De mañanita la Zenaida sale temprano del tugurio. De mañanita la Zenaida sale temprano del tugurio. Arremolina su tabaco y se va a vender fruto maduro. Arremolina su tabaco y se va a vender fruto maduro. Camina duro, la chanquetera, fruto maduro, la callejera. Negrita del manglar, hormiga de ciudad, tu fruta me sabe a cumbia, 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 cumbia de mi playa. Tu fruta me sabe a cumbia, cumbia, cumbia de mi playa. Y Zenaida, baila mi cumbia, Zenaida, baila mi cumbia, baila mi cumbia, Zenaida, baila mi cumbia.
And the top of the secateurs.
Cumbia, colombiana, segundo entero. Cumbia.
Grab the branch.
Esta noche tengo ganas de bailar y de ponerme a mirar serenata.
Let's go to Rosalie.
Un amigo que le voy a presentar para ponerme en la puerta una cumbiamba. Amaneciendo, me perdona lo que amaneciendo, amaneciendo, que preparen otro pollo, que maten 4 gallinas. Amaneciendo, amaneciendo.
So one knee is straight and the other one is bent. Lovely. So let's do Rosemary's gestures. Oh, hang on. So we have open, close, open, close. Good. Then the little blades.
Esta noche tengo ganas de bailar y de ponerme a mirar serenata.
Lovely. Let's go in a different diagonal.
Con mis amigos me les voy a presentar para ponerme en la puerta una cumbiamba. Amaneciendo, me perdona lo bendigo y por cuenta algarabía. Amaneciendo, amaneciendo, que preparen un tecoyo, que maten 4 gallinas. Amaneciendo, amaneciendo,
go. 1 together, 2 together, 3 together, 4 together. Good. Let's use rose gesture. So we have the red chair. And we can do step together, step together, step together. Good. Now let's relax into the chair. Relax into the chair. Good. And now let's shake hands. We might end this with our feet. Let's try it again. So red chair. Good, in the shape of the chair this time. Sleepy comfort. Shaking the hand. Let's do this in a circle. Good. Hands on hips. Doing our cumbia. So we'll go forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Diagonal. 7, 8. Back. And the other diagonal. 6, 7, 8. Back. And we go around in a circle. Good. Then we go back the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Okay, so now let's try and do Peter's gesture. Retreat.
Yo bailé la cumbia porque la cumbia es matona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona, la bailan en tanta parte, la baila toda la zona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona, y la bailan en mi tierra porque la cumbia emociona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona, la cumbia cienajera que se baila suavetona.
And just our cumbia movement. Forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Diagonal.
Muchacha, bailé la cumbia porque la cumbia emociona. Vamos a bailar la cumbia, esta cumbia suavetona. Vamos a bailar la cumbia, esta cumbia suavetona. Quiero que prendan la vela porque la cumbia emociona.
Other way.
Vamos a bailar la cumbia, esta cumbia suavetona. Vamos a bailar la cumbia,
Side step.
esta cumbia suavetona.
Woody Boogie. Yeah, so Woody Boogie, keeping them in the hood. Good, let's go to the side. Dogs on leads.
Traigo la contra, la pura contra, para la amada mía, tabaco y ron.
Okay, let's try Helen's second chance.
Tabaco y ron. Tabaco y ron. Porque mande, quien mande, en el mundo siempre habrá buena gente, mala gente, el que niega, el creyente, sabio, honesto, indiferente, tabaco y ron, tabaco y ron, tabaco y ron. Quita esa mala gana, compadre, que te va a matar esa amargura, esa amargura, esa amargura. Lleva, compadre, tu cruz y no se la des a nadie, y no se la des a nadie, y no se la des a nadie.
Okay, now what we'll try, Peter and Helen, you're going to go into the social dance embrace, yep. And I want you to practice going forwards and backwards on the diagonals and to the side and going around. And Rosemary and Rosalie are going to, us three are going to dance together, and Helen and Peter will dance together. Okay, so Rosalie, I want you to give us some gestures that come into your head, and we're going to put that into our routine. Maybe just stick with the ones that you've got already, yeah, so that you can remember them. I'll help you as well. Okay, here we go.
I'll stand up.
If you want to, yeah, if you want to, you can stand up. So Helen and Peter, you can, off you go, have a little dance together. Here we go, Ro.
Quita esa mala gana, compadre, que te va a matar esa amargura, esa amargura, esa amargura. Lleva, compadre, tu cruz y no se la des a nadie, y no se la des a nadie, y no se la des a nadie, que todos ya llevamos una cruz. Porque mande, quien mande, en el mundo siempre habrá buena gente, mala gente, el que niega, el creyente, sabio, necio, indiferente, tabaco y ron, tabaco y ron, tabaco y ron.
Beautiful. Okay, so it's freestyle, everybody. Freestyle. Any way you want. Any way that you want to dance in the cumbia. 2, 3.
Y aquí llegó la reina. La piragua, la piragua, la piragua, la piragua. Me contaron los abuelos que
playas de amor en Chimichagua. Capoteando el vendaval se estremecía, e impasible desafiaba la tormenta, y un ejército de estrellas la seguía, tachonándola de luz y de leyenda. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo, era la piragua, era la piragua, era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo, era la piragua.
Okay, Rosemary, I'm going to follow you. Rosemary, I'll follow you.
La piragua, la piragua, la piragua, la piragua. Me contaron los abuelos que hace tiempo navegaba en el Cesar una piragua que partía del banco viejo muerto a las playas de amor en Chimichagua. Capoteando el vendaval se estremecía, e impasible desafiaba la tormenta, y un ejército de estrellas la seguía, tachonándola de luz y de leyenda.
Great. So let's all have a little watch at Helen and Peter. Yeah, because you're doing great work.
Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo, era la piragua, era la piragua. Agita, es para ti y con mucho cariño.
Woohoo! Well done. Lovely. Okay, let's have a little rest now.
Oh.
Turn our music down a little bit. The cumbia music's so lovely, isn't it?
It's great. I really like that. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Jamie, I had to sit down for a bit during that routine.
Fair enough. That's good that you could sit down and then, you know, you could just have that quick little rest and then you got back up again, Pete.
And it's good when you're sitting down, I can still do the arm and the legs movements.
That's right, exactly. So let's just have a stretch up, everybody, with one arm and then the other. Great. And then take both arms out, lots of air under the arms, and breathing in and expanding, and breathing in and expanding and feeling that breath of life in your lungs. Breathing in and expanding, lovely. And then you might just feel the pulse in your neck and you can feel that beautiful rhythm surging through your blood.
I'm dead.
What's that?
I said, I'm dead. I can't find the pulse.
Don't believe you.
He's got a skivvy on. He can't feel
it. Oh, no wonder, yeah. And, yeah, so feel that rhythm in your neck. Hope you can feel it now, Pete. Good. So that lovely rhythm of life. And let's just tap our feet on the floor as well. So we have our rhythm in our feet. And now let's just do the Kumbian movement, the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's give our knees a little rub. Fantastic. So let's go into our body of sound so that we're really working inside the body now with our beautiful sound vibration. And if you have a little candle, let's light it. You know, every week I've been talking about Kim, my lovely friend, Kim Dunphy, friend and colleague. Oh, goodness me, she passed away yesterday at 12:35 and all her family were around her and, you know, lots of love around her. She was an amazing woman. She even had an OAM this year, an Order of Australia medal. That's just fantastic for all her work in dance therapy. And I did lots of work with her when she worked with me on the Kingfisher Festival. And she brought all her beautiful community groups who had lots of physical disabilities, and you would never have any idea that they had a disability because their movement expression was so vast, and they participated with so much energy and commitment. It was so wonderful. So she had that ability to work with people, you know, with lots of different abilities, diverse amount of abilities in her dance classes, and she really made everybody get in touch with that dance. So I admire her greatly. And yeah.
You lost your friend?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah.
I took her daughter to Ghana with me in 2001. Tess, she's a lovely woman as well. She just had a baby. So Kim at least got to see her first grandchild before she passed on. So, yeah. So thinking about any people, significant people that you'd like to remember, recall. I love, Helen, how you've got that candle nice and high in front of the camera. Fantastic. So let's have our hands on our heart, feeling our heartbeat and remembering any significant people that you'd like to, or just for yourself is fantastic too. So let's focus in on our breath, breathing in and out. We're going to make 3 sounds. And the first sound is Om. So it's like an A, a U, and an M. It's very rounded. Om. And if you gently press your lips together, you can feel that vibration on your lips. Yeah, so anytime your jaw, your teeth are feeling sore, you can do that little and gently feel that vibration all along your jaw here. Then the other sound is more horizontal. It's like an A, an I, and an N. And it's like the tip of your tongue is behind the top of your teeth. Can really feel that down in your throat. Lovely. And then the last one is shrim. So S-H-R-I-M. And it's like it's traveling forwards but up to the top of the head. Shrim. To really try to feel it in top of your head. It's a good one for clearing out the brain, or if you've got a headache. Let's try that again. Shrim. Lovely. So we make those 3 sounds, Rosalie, and now we go through different parts of our body, starting from the top of our head. Go down our arms and down our spine to our hip. We go to our knee and our ankle and our foot. And then, you know, if it's tricky, we know that if you can't get to the foot, your intention can still go there. So if you can't touch your toes, you can still send your intention there with your mind. Then we go up the back of the legs to the hip, the lower back to the other side. And then we come up the spine with all our beautiful rainbow colours. Yes. Okay, so that's a quick overview, Rosalie. Let's begin. So sitting nice and comfortable. If you can have your feet flat on the floor, that's helpful. Good. And what I might do is also mute you, so that when you're making a sound, your not being heard, so you can be free. And I will make the sound. And if you get tired, you, of course, you know, just let the sound go, and I can do the sound for you, and you can still use your mind to go into your inner landscape. And of course, if you want to make loud sounds, you can, and you're not going to disturb anybody either. Lovely. Okay, so let's begin. So sitting bones deep into the chair, feet flat on the floor, and we're going to start at the top of the head. Mind shrim. The forehead. Mind shrim. The eyelid. Mind shrim. Change. Mind shrim. Ear. Mind shrim. Change. Mind shrim. To your cheek. Mind shrim. Change. Mind shrim. To your nostril. Mind shrim. Change. Mind shrim. The top of the lip. Mind shrim. The bottom lip. Mind shrim. The tip of your tongue on the top row of teeth. Feel the vibration on the bottom row of teeth. Your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And a big deep cough from the back of your throat. Tip of your chin. Mind shrim. And to your throat. Mind shrim. Heart. Mind shrim. To your shoulder. Mind shrim. Down to your elbow. Mind shrim. To your wrist. Mind shrim. Base of your fingers. Mind shrim. Fingertips. Mind shrim. To your other shoulder. Mind shrim. Down to your elbow. Mind shrim. Down to your wrist. Mind shrim. To the base of your fingers. Mind shrim. To your fingertips. Mein Shrim. To your lungs. Mein Shrim. To your stomach and liver. Mein Shrim. To your intestines. Mein Shrim. Across to your hip socket. Mein Shrim. Down to your kneecap. Mein Shrim. Down to your ankle. Mein Shrim. Down to the base of your toes. Mein Shrim. To the tips of your toes. Mein Shrim. Underneath the sole of the foot to the heel. Mein Shrim. Up the back of the calf muscle to behind the knee. Mein Shrim. Up the side of the leg to the hip joint. Mein Shrim. Around to the back of the pelvis. Mein Shrim. And across to the other hip socket. Mein Shrim. Down to the kneecap. Mein Shrim. Down to the ankle. Mein Shrim. To the base of the toes. Mein Shrim. To the tips of the toes. Mein Shrim. Underneath the sole of the foot to the heel. Mein Shrim. Up the back of the calf muscle to under the knee. Mein Shrim. Up the leg to the hip joint. Mein Shrim. Around to the back of the pelvis. Mein Shrim. And now let's go to the side of the abdomen. Mein Shrim. And the other side of the abdomen. Mein Shrim. Lower back. Mein Shrim. The navel. Mein Shrim. And we're coming up the spine now. So the lower dantian, staying in the lower dantian, and let's think of the color red. Mein Shrim. To the sacral plexus, the color orange. Mein Shrim. To the solar plexus, the color yellow. Mein Shrim. To the heart, the color green. Mein Shrim. To the throat, the color blue. Mein Shrim. To the forehead, the color purple. Mein Shrim. the crown of the head, beautiful diamond crystal light. Aum Shrim. And cocoon yourself in the beautiful colours of the light spectrum. Aum Shrim. Beautiful rainbow colours enveloping you. Aum Shrim. Going right around our planet. Aum Shrim. And let's just hold Mother Earth. Aum Shrim. And going around our world. Aum Shrim. And to our country. Aum Shrim. And to our community. Aum Shrim. And to our family. Aum Shrim. And to each other. Aum Shrim. And to yourself. Aum Shrim. And any other people who need some of that love vibration. Aum Shrim. Aum Shrim. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes, focusing in on your breath, breathing in and out. Yeah, and you might like to give your face a little bit of a pat, especially across the nose and the nasal area, the cheek, the chin, sides of the heads gently, top of the head, back of the skull. Lovely. So I'm just going to unmute you all. So some of you may be able to hear me, some of you may not. How are you feeling now, Peter?
Relaxed, and as I often say, it's all the stretching is excellent. Look, I think you're working every muscle in the body, aren't you?
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep.
Well, you and Helen were going great guns there.
Yes. Fantastic.
To get Dennis in there, Rosalie.
Dennis, he's getting his lunch.
Oh, Billy,
if you have to go, you just press that leave button.
Yes.
And then you can go.
Yes.
Most funny feeling because you've been with us and all of a sudden they're not there.
Yes, it is a strange feeling. It's like you look around to see someone and they're not there.
That's right. Yeah.
How did you go, Rosalie?
Just sitting back a little bit. I can't raise my arms properly or do
I can't either.
stretching.
So I just do my thing.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful to have you participate, you're still engaging with us.
Thank you.
And observing. And, observation's really good for dance as well, because you're looking at the aesthetics and the arrangement of the movement in the space and how we're physically demonstrating that. And, that is a language, and it's the aesthetics of the movement that tells the story that's being created. And that taps into a different part of our brain that we don't use on an everyday basis. It really is a higher order thinking where you are looking at the movements and what are these people saying as they're dancing in this arrangement of movement. You know, it's a very much a different way of thinking and sensing and feeling. So you're doing that in your chair, regardless of whether you're physically participating or not.
Jackie, I find it when I get tired, I can sit down, and that's terrific. And I can still do the arm movements. It still keeps you engaged, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Yeah, wonderful. That's really good. Yeah, Rosemary does that as well, you know, and I think it's good that you listen to your body, because your body is giving you the information and you have to go with it. Yeah, otherwise you certainly can't even be here. So
now on the 28th of the month, I'm going in to have this inguinal hernia done, repair done. Okay. So I'll be away for a while.
Goodness me. We'll have to do a bit of body of sound meditation directed to your healing, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Lovely. Yes, well, good luck with all of that. So you've still got another couple of weeks to gear up for, haven't you? Wonderful. Good. How did you go today, Rosemary?
Well, okay. I've got to know what I can do, and so I don't try to do what I can't do.
Exactly. And, you know, I saw you zooming around on the dance floor today.
Yes, it was.
I think you like the cumbia movement as in a dance step.
We do too, yes.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, it's good with a partner, isn't it? Okay, everybody, I think we should all go and relax and enjoy the rest of the day. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next week if you're able to make it. And I'll put this recording, I email it around every week, so if you can't be here, you can still at least look at it on the email, or if you want to watch yourself and whatever. It's quite interesting, isn't it? All right, lovely people, see you again.
Have a good afternoon, Rosalie.
Yes, you too.
Lovely to meet you, Rosalie.
Everybody.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.